Hello, welcome to Master Mathematics. My name is Mr. A, and in this video, you are going to learn how to solve inequalities using addition or subtraction. So there are two steps that you are going to use to solve these inequalities, and they are going to look very similar to the steps you had in solving equations. If you're not sure what I'm talking about, you can check out that video after this one. Also, while you're at it, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the Master Mathematics channel. But let's get back to step one. So step one is to identify the variable and the operation in the inequality. So let's look at the first example here at the bottom, which is x minus 8 is less than 5. We are going to identify the variable first, and the variable here is x, and then the operation, which is subtraction. Now that's important because first, your goal is to get the variable by itself on one side of the equation. So we need to do that step in order to reach this goal. Okay, so step two is to use the inverse operation. The word inverse here means opposite. So you're going to use the inverse operation to isolate the variable on one side of the inequality. So we've identified our variable, we've identified the operation of subtraction. So we're going to use the opposite or the inverse, which is addition. So I am going to add 8 to each side of the inequality. So negative 8 plus 8, that's 0. I'm going to cross them out. And then 5 plus 8 is 13. I'm going to write that down here. Okay, now what you have to do is just bring down the rest of the equation, the part that we didn't touch, which is x and less than 13. So your solution to this first inequality is x is less than 13. So any number less than 13 is going to be a solution to this inequality. That could be 12, that could be 3, that could be negative 13. Any number less than it. It could be 11.5, it could be 10 3/4. Any number less than 13 is going to be a solution. All right, let's look at our second example here. We have 102 is greater than n plus 39. So we're going to take the same steps. First, we're going to identify the variable and the operation in the inequality. Our variable is n, and the operation is addition. So what we have to do is subtract. So we are going to subtract 39 from each side. And give me a moment while I write this in here. And also, anytime I'm doing a second example, if you want to pause the video and try it on your own and then play the rest of it, go for it. If that helps you, that's great. Okay, now I'm going to do the subtraction. I'm going to work left to right here. So 102 minus 39, I almost said the answer there. 102 minus 39 equals 63. And then 39 minus 39, I'm going to cross that out because that of course equals 0. And now I'm going to bring down the rest of the inequality, which is the greater than sign, and n. So this says here 63 is greater than n. In this, though, you can write the problem so this way the variable is on the left side of the inequality and the numbers on the right side. But in order to do that, you literally have to you don't just switch them and leave the sign the same. You have to flip the sign too. So we can rewrite this as n is less than 63. And I don't know about you, but for me, that makes a lot more sense, even when I say n is less than 63. Then I know my solution can be 61, it can be 58, it could be 39, it could be negative 20. I now know this. Before saying 63 is greater than n, it says the same thing. It means that 63 is a bigger number than any of the solutions, and of course any number bigger than 63 is going to be larger than the solution. But again, I like rewriting it. It's easier for me to remember. It's easier on my brain. Anyway, you now know how to solve inequalities using addition or subtraction. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Mr. A. This channel is Master Mathematics, and until next time, adios.